What's up, everybody? Hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'm Biscuit Dog, and we're in Oxygen Not Included. It's a new game by the guys who made Don't Starve, and it's pretty damn amazing. We were going to be in Kenshi today, so I apologize for that. I've been having some crash issues. I'm trying to sort it out. Rat Boy's in a pickle, and I know you guys want to see what happens. So do I, frankly. But there's been some crashing. So I thought I'd show you guys what I've been up to in Oxygen Not Included, which is really, really fun, by the way. And super, super complicated. So kind of imagine RimWorld with finite oxygen from the side. And more complicated. And also less complicated. It's complicated. Okay, everyone woke up. Alright, so here's our colony. This is what I've come up with so far. Wow. It's pretty big now. I've been doing quite a lot of work on this. I still suck at this game, by the way, so this colony is not going well, you guys. It's not going well at all. We've got all these overlays we can check out. Where do I start with this? Alright. You need to generate power, okay, to keep your things working. That's probably a good start. You start with just this gate, which gives you, it's a printing pod, and it gives you extra replicants. I think they're called replicants, possibly duplicants. And every now and again, you get to print a new guy, and he'll help you do whatever. Which is good, because sometimes people die also. Like Ada, down there. Drowned, building the water pump. But anyway. Okay, so we got power. Power's an issue. We've got these little... Oh, thanks, Hassan. We got these little generators that are like manual generators. You gotta run on them, and then they charge these batteries. And then these batteries charge all this stuff out here. But it's not quite as simple as that. If we click power, and we go to electrical wire... Oh, you guys see. The whole thing has got to be connected. So underneath the floors, we've built all the wiring, right? And in the walls, we've got all this wiring that goes to everything that needs to be powered. We've got two systems, as you guys can see. We've got one system up here and then a little closed system down here that runs all this stuff, like the water pump and the algae machine. What is this thing actually called? It is called the biodistiller. Okay, wow. There's so much to explain in this game, and it's taken me so long to work this out. Okay, so that's the power. And the power all runs from these generators. There's different kinds of generators, but right now we're running all the power off of these generators. That's power. Okay, then we've got water. So plumbing, if we go to plumbing and click on a liquid pipe. Oh, you guys start to see. This pump is pumping water from this reservoir here, okay? It's pumping it up here and splitting it down here. It's turning half of it into oxygen over there, and it's just dumping half of it in this little tank over here. When this tank fills up, it drips down over the edge here and back into this tank, right? So we've got this whole system going on. And the reason I did that is so that these guys up here, when they need water, all they need to do is come here and not all the way down here. Right, but that's only half of the story, though. Because while this thing makes algae out of slime, it pumps polluted water out of it. So we couldn't just pump the polluted water back into the water reservoir, because that'll pollute our water, obviously. So what we've done is we've piped the polluted water through the floor and up the wall into this kind of sewer area, okay? So all the polluted water that we're producing right now is getting pumped into the sewer area, and it's dripping down here and accumulating over here. It doesn't really seem to be accumulating so well. I don't know what that's about. Maybe it's because it's hitting this thing at a weird angle. Something. This water's pretty much stayed the same the whole time, although it looks like it's kind of going up a little bit. We'll see. Two layers of blocks are covered, and one is kind of half covered. Once we get to 3, we'll know for sure. Okay, so that's the dirty water, but then, you guys, we've also got gas. So if I click on the oxygen overlay, what's blue is breathable, and what's red is carbon dioxide, and what's dark blue is just breathable. Polluted oxygen, breathable gas. It's not a good idea. So to get rid of all this carbon dioxide, what I've done is put a gas pump in here. So if we click gas pipe, right, I put a gas pump in here and here, which are the two spots that carbon dioxide kind of builds up. So I put a gas pump there and a gas pump there. And when they're running, they suck all the carbon dioxide, they suck all the gas, okay, through into this pipe. And then up this pipe into this thing over here, which splits up the gas. What's it called, this thing? Gas filter. So what I've got this thing doing is taking carbon dioxide and pumping it through these two thermoregulators, which cools it down, and then kind of, you see it all sinking at the bottom here? It's all just floating on the bottom of the sewer. Yeah, so that's what that's from, I'm pretty sure. Carbon dioxide goes out one end, and then all the rest of the gases go out the other end. Problem with that is it's not all good gas. So it is producing breathable gas up here, but it's not of a good quality. So I've added an air deodorizer to try clean that up. So at the moment we've got water pipes gas pipes, dirty water pipes, and power lines. It's super, super complicated. What else is happening? Like, it's just... The simulation is real, you guys. So, we've got to try and move all the bad gas, obviously, away from us. And we've got to try and keep all the good gas. But the good gas is finite. We have to produce the oxygen. You start with a few crystals that just produce oxygen and keep you alive, but those run out pretty quickly. And you've got to come up with other plans. So, the best way so far that I've found to make oxygen is with algae, which is this stuff down here, you see? So you got to mine algae from around the map. And next to algae you'll find slime, which can also be converted into oxygen. Well, you can take the slime and put it in this machine, the biodistiller, and then it'll convert it from slime to algae, which can then be converted into oxygen using the algae deoxidizer. It's all very, very complicated. Hey, we got gold down here. I've never seen that before. Yeah, we got some clay. There's all kinds of stuff. Abyssalite. Wolframite. There's all kinds of stuff. Polluted ice. I don't know about any of this stuff. So this is like the cold biome and I haven't got in there yet. And this is like the gross biome and I haven't got in here yet either. Just check out the breathable gas. It's not looking good. I don't know now why this pump is not running. It's so complicated, you guys, and it's madness. You have to have all the stuff going at the same time. So I've got, I don't know how many replicants I've got. 1, 2, 3, they all need the bathroom. The toilet's blocked. It's not looking good. He's not happy. These guys crack me up. Little details in this game are great. So it's not even as complicated. It's not even as simple as just taking the water and putting it through a pipe either. You can add stuff to the pipes as well. So if we go to plumbing, you can have liquid pipe bridge, right? So if you need to take a water pipe over an existing water pipe, you could do that with the pipe bridge. So you can have all kinds of stuff going on down there. You can add liquid valves which change the pressure, which I was thinking of adding one. I was thinking of adding one just over here so that we can turn off that tank and just produce oxygen with it. That would help. That would help. I'm growing some food over here. I don't know how successful I'm being at that though. Honeypot fertilizer. It looks like it's going okay. Yeah, it looks like we're doing okay on the food. Something's happening. But my next plan, my master plan, if you will. So this has become kind of our sewer. You need like a working sewer system where all the waste gets pumped and all this crazy stuff happens. See, no one comes down here. This is kind of blocked off from everybody. I put a block here, a tile block, and no one can get in here. So it's trapping all our bad gas and all our wastewater. And we've got these things, are puffed. These things live in this stuff, and they breathe in the bad air. And they expel slime, which can be turned into oxygen. So, it's all very clever. It's all very clever. What I'm trying to do now is we're producing, and we're going to be producing more wastewater. So, what I'm trying to do now is, why are these not working? So what I'm trying to do now is make a reservoir of wastewater. And this is cool and everything, but I thought this would be a better reservoir for wastewater. Because, you know, pressure, water flows downhill, so it's easy to work with it if it's above the stuff you need it for, is my plan. So what I want to do is turn this into like a second reservoir, and I'm trying to block it off here, but they don't want to come in here and build. I don't exactly know why. I'll try and work it out. Okay, we've got another storage bin here. It's all going crazy, you guys. It's all so complicated. Okay, we're going to block this off, and then we're going to put a little tunnel down here into this cavern, and what we're going to do is channel all our wastewater that's coming out of this liquid vent down into this reservoir, and it's going to be blocked off. And before it fills up, we're going to make some kind of water filtration system, which is totally possible through things like... Yes, which is totally possible through things like water refinement. Purifying water. So there's the biodistiller that turns slime into algae, which can then be turned into oxygen. It uses sand to purify polluted water into normal drinking water, which is great. We've got a fertilizer maker here, which also uses polluted water to produce fertilizer, so that's another option. We've got compost, which produces fertilizer too. So we've already got a compost fertilizer. It's over there next to the toilets, for obvious reasons. And that'll be used to plant all these things and keep all this stuff alive. So how's the oxygen doing? Ugh. So the carbon dioxide seems to sink. And the oxygen seems to rise. So I gotta try and work out a flow, but it's seems to get... It's not perfect right now. The gas simulation is not perfect, nor is the water simulation, as you guys can see. There's some work still to be done. Like, I think the gas... Yeah, I think this oxygen is holding the water back here, which is not really the way it works. I mean, it is, if the pressure's high enough, but we're in this massive cavern, right? I don't know. Some stuff just seems a little strange. Yeah, so I can't really... I'm finding it very, very difficult to move the carbon dioxide. But I'm no expert at this game, so I might well be doing something very, very wrong. Things get so complicated, though. So I showed you these earlier. These thermoregulators. I've seen guys online that are chaining these thermoregulators up to the gas line. And cooling down the gas to such an extent that it turns into liquid. And comes out as water or purified water, which is amazing. So they're converting gas to liquid and then converting it back to water and then converting that back to oxygen. It's crazy. There's all these systems that you can get up and running. I've tried to get a whole bunch of them up and running, but hardly any of them are working properly. The one system we've got working properly is this water system down here. This pump's working well. It's working fine. This pump, however, I don't know what's wrong with it. Let's check out the electrical wires. Electrical wires are fine. Let's take a look at the gas line. Gas line seems fine. What's the problem? I'm so confused. You know? If we go here and like that, and like that, and like that, and like that. Maybe like that? There we go. Oh god. What's going on? Like that? Not like that? What? I've got a lot to learn. What am I going at? Ha! Like this. Ha! I'm just connecting stuff and it's not helping. Oh my god. No. We don't want to do that. Cancel that. Oh my god, this game is... Okay, so you can see I'm ill-prepared for this video, you guys. I don't really know what the hell's going on. There's so much to get to grips with, and it's so difficult. But I don't think the idea is to have a perfect colony, to be honest. I think it's supposed to be a bit of a mess, and you're supposed to be panicking, because that's the way this all works. There's just too many things to keep your eye on. Too much stuff to keep control of. So, it's a really, really fun game, though. I just wish I could get them to do the stuff I wanted them to do. That's the only thing. A lot of the stuff they're doing is not the stuff I want them to do. And why our gas line isn't working is a mystery to me. Alright, so that's all the systems. The systems are pretty crazy, you guys. There's really a lot of stuff you can do. I'm thinking of, in my next colony, you know, this is obviously not going to be my masterwork. So, in my next colony, what I'd like to do is actually make a sewer. An actual sewer system. Like, this is an impromptu sewer system that I had to come up with on the fly. But to actually plan in a sewer system beneath what we're doing, I think that would be really, really cool. I mean, we could run wastewater, waste gas, clean water. We could run all kinds of stuff through the sewer system. We could have little accesses to the sewer system. I think that would be really, really, really cool. This game's a lot of fun, by the way, and it's super addictive. Like, because of the game loop, you can get really into it without realizing. So you'll be like, oh yeah, I just gotta do the thing. Let me just fix the water pipe. Let me just do, this farming. And then before you know it, it's 4 hours later. So it's a cool game and it's fun and it's still in early access and I'm having a lot of fun with it. If you like this kind of thing, I would check it out. I would totally check it out. And there's scope for lots of stuff to be invented. Like I said, people are converting gas into liquid and then back into oxygen. There's all kinds of crazy stuff going on. Stuff I'm not doing right now. But let's... okay, so let's show you the overlays, right? So you've got... If you press F1, you've got the gas overlay. That shows you your oxygen, your sufficient concentration of oxygen, your high concentration, low concentration, and unbreathable. As you can see top right over there. If you press F2, you've got the power grid overlay. That shows you all the power grids and what they're doing. I think this one might be a little overloaded because it keeps flashing yellow like this. Not sure. Not sure. Alright, if you press F3, you've got the temperature overlay. That's another thing to worry about. So down here, it's clearly getting colder, and they get cold. They get cold when they're working down here. He's unhappy, I think, because it's cold. We could put in a heater, but that changes all kinds of other things. We should probably put in a heater. That'll help them out. You can put in a heater, I think. Utilities. Space heater. Yes, you can put in heaters. Where were we? F4. Yes. F4? F3? Okay. F4. Thermal comfort overlay. Red is body heat retention, and blue is body heat loss. We're losing a lot of body heat. We should probably put some heaters in, now that I look at this. F5 is light overlay, so you see where light's being generated, right? Not in enough places, really. Why is the light not... no power? Oh, they stopped running on the treadmill. Man, we need a lot of light. Okay, there the light clicks on again as soon as he starts running. We need a lot of power. Not doing well. F6 is the liquid plumbing overlay. Look at her go. F7 is the gas plumbing overlay. Look at her stay. What is going on here? This really isn't working too well. This has become crazy. Alright, so that's the liquid gas overlay. And we've got the decor overlay. Most of the stuff is looking real ugly. They don't like any of this stuff. Green is high decor and red is low decor, so they're really unhappy. My base building skills are not up to par. Decor overlay, what else have we got? Priority overlay. So now you can see we've got numbers from 1 to 9. 9 being highest priority, 1 being the lowest. You can set the priorities of the jobs you need done, but as I said, I've set this at 9 and it's been sitting here for like half an hour and nobody's done anything about it. They say they can't get down here, but I'm not exactly sure why, because there's a ladder down here. They can go across here, there's another ladder down here. Some grating on the floor. And Bob's your uncle. Anyway. You're also supposed to research, but we've researched everything. If you take a look, we've researched everything that can be researched right now. So what I think I'm going to do is break down my research machine and my supercomputer. Oh, I've already broken down the supercomputer. You can see there's the power intake. There's the power outlet. I should probably clean that up before somebody dies. Probably not that safe. What are we doing down here? Are we picking all these things up? Is that what we're doing? Collecting stuff? Yeah. Picking up dirt. Good times. So this game's properly insane, and there's a lot to keep control of. There's a lot to keep control of, you guys. Oh my god. It's lots and lots of fun, though, and it's pretty stressful. What I will say is I think they kind of give you too many replicants at one time. I suppose you don't have to take them. You see, now I've got one ready. Now I'm going to have another guy who's going to breathe more oxygen and not do the jobs I want him to. So I think next time I'm probably going to hold off on printing more people too soon. Maybe use fewer people to get the thing going and take a longer time. But I really like this idea of, like, you have to manage the water, the dirty water, the oxygen, the carbon dioxide. Really, really fun. Really fun. And it's cool coming up with solutions for all this stuff, because it's procedurally generated, so it's always different every time you play a game. And each map comes with its own challenges, you know? So like there's all these pockets of carbon dioxide. I've got to expand, but I don't want the carbon dioxide, so we've got to come up with plans. And like here, I know a lot of people are breathing in here, but I think carbon dioxide is leaking from this area down into our passageway. I'm not sure, but I think that's what's happening. And I'm playing with the idea of putting in a ceiling. But that's for another time. I thought I'd just show you guys what I'm up to. And if you're interested in checking out this game, here it is. And it's a lot of fun. And it's still in early access, so God knows how many things you'll be managing by the time this thing finally releases. It's a lot of fun though, and it's working pretty well. One thing I will say is the gas is maybe a little bit sluggish. Right now nothing's pumping, but I'm having problems moving the gas around, but I'm sure they'll work on that. Or maybe I'm just doing it wrong. Anyway, you guys, thank you very much for watching. Sorry I couldn't give you a Kenshi today, but I'll be working on that. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!